Hello, good afternoon, everybody. How are you all? I kind of wanted to talk to people who are on this proactive wellness bandwagon. I kind of want to um, start and influence the movement, I'm sure many people are doing the, wellness programs and really following the structure of the program given to them. And patients may not be even oriented to the wellness, but they just go to doctor when they are sick, right? That kind of thing. But I wanted to really encourage people to be on the wellness path by choice, by their own will. That means getting more knowledgeable about these things and uh, proactively taking measures to improve your longevity, your quality of life, your ways of living, and in the process, enhancing yourself as a human being. That's my interest, and that's what I do in my life. And I'm asking all my friends and family also do that too, in a way. Okay. So, in the process, as I'm doing the morning routines, as I'm doing the other talks, I want to encourage people to let me know what is that they want to do in this regard of being proactively working on their wellness on a daily basis. Okay, so that way I can talk about it, I can tell you about it, but also I can really um, structure my program so that they will meet your needs. I'm doing it in a way because the students I get in the wellness club, they come with a specific request, like somebody want to get their shoulder better, their back better, or somebody wants to sleep better, somebody wants to eat better. You can go to the nutritionist and all that, there's no problem. But then my touch is how we can bring in the ancient wisdom and understandings about these things. For example, for them, the vital nutrition is different. Let me see. Somebody's coming here. Okay. Mark is coming up. So, hi, Mark. How are you?
One proactive tip, and I was going to say it and then get off because I don't like talking over other people that want to say stuff.
Yeah.
What's my tip? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, but you're silent. Tell me, what is the tip?
No, you know it. What's my tip?
No, don't play these games. Tell me what it is.
My tip to the other five people listening, they already know it too. It's to tune into Dr. Rao.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's it.
No, that's
Yeah,
not.
no, seriously. Seriously. You're every time I listen, I'm like, boy, I know this stuff, but I don't do it. So when I
Yeah,
listen to you,
yeah.
like, I got to start doing this stuff.
You see, you are not the only one, Mark. I also don't do such stuff, so I have to come back and then do them. It's okay, ongoing journey, right? That's okay.
Yeah, and remember when I asked you the other day, and
Mhm.
it was a sincere question. It wasn't jokey or anything. I said, "Why are you on here all the time and you only have like 6 people listening? Why don't you just do the stuff and then not talk about it? And then once you have maybe I don't know 50 people, then it's time to do a session."
No,
So
I'm
that's
not
why
in
I
the.
asked a serious question.
I'm not in the market for people. I'm in the market for when one person listens. That's good enough.
Well, but you definitely have me locked, hook,
Yeah,
line, and sinker. And it's like
yeah.
whenever I'm not doing what I should be doing, I listen to you, and it helps me
You
to do
know,
what I know I need to do.
this morning I had relaxed weekend yoga session, and there were like 46 people. So I didn't advertise, I didn't do anything. I just started the session, and I thought I'm going to do this yoga session. Why don't I share it with my friends? I just put it on, and on the Noom itself, 46 will wave. And there are some I didn't count them on the Instagram, and also other channels too. So uh, see, our job is to put it out there, and then
Right.
and if they take it, fine. If they don't take it, it's fine too. But my job is I shared. That's
I know that. That's why I
yeah,
have so much fun with you, and that's why I
yeah,
like listening to you, because
yeah.
you're just trying to dish out what you've learned and what you think is important. And if
Hmm.
someone says, "Wait, you're
No,
wrong,"
no, no. I'm
then you
not.
tell me,
I'm not dishing out just like that because as a physician, it's my responsibility to be educating and bringing the awareness to people of what the finest understandings we have. Right? Like many people are going bankrupt with one illness. They're occupied. They're kind of in the ICU and the nursing home, and they have to really say that we are bankrupt, otherwise they won't have the Medicaid covering. So these things are pretty serious
"Yeah,
in
I
the
know
sense.
this." My
Yeah,
dad, we had to put my dad in there, and
yeah,
he paid half, and they paid half.
yeah. But still a lot of money, and also one family member, that's the main member, gets sick, the whole family gets affected. So that's why there's so much we can do, uh, either to not to get sick or get sick at a lower degree so that you can bounce back better. You know?
Yeah, one time, like 20 years ago, I had a fantasy that I could be powerful,
Mm,
and I said, "Okay, what is my job then?" My job is to travel back and forth in time
mm,
to prevent disease.
yeah. Yeah, but we have already centuries of people lived that way. Now the modern era has become like especially in USA, the healthcare has become a commodity. And I
Yes.
just don't want to be in that mindset. I want to help other human beings as a human being. Maybe I have a little bit of knowledge, then I'll use that. So I do come to other people, young people. They are doing the nutrition, they are doing the whatever health measures they're doing. I'm supporting them too. So don't worry, I never bother about who is coming, who is not going. But main thing is it relevantly, they ask me questions, I'm answering them. Otherwise I just am confined to share. Okay, lots of
And
times.
one thing I was gonna say, just my own world. I told you I'm writing a book, and I don't know how long it'll take. I have the outline, and I've got a lot of stuff written, but I've got to put it all into a cohesive, coherent bit. And I'd love to have your probably the biggest part about it is this non-duality stuff.
Hmm.
So I'd like to have your help as I go through it, and I'm sure you'd give to.
Yeah, ask me
Okay,
questions, I will answer to the best of my ability, no problem.
your ability is great. Anyway, I'm gonna leave and just keep listening. Okay.
Yeah, actually non-duality, I was writing about, the heading of the talk I was writing this morning, is about,
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't catch that last part.
I was writing something this morning, Mark, that was titled, what is a real asana? Okay. You brought up non-duality stuff. That's why I kind of remembered that. See, the real asana is to seated in our inner self. Then everything else is really oneness. So it goes into non-duality and explains a lot of things, right? Because you mentioned it, I thought I will mention that. you know.
Uh, I was going to say it's funny because I don't know, about 20 years ago, I met somebody who named their company Advaita. They're in India.
Mm,
And I met in Singapore, and it was my friend's uncle.
mm,
And I said, "Oh, I love this non-duality stuff, but I've never studied it.
mm,
What, I knew what the Tao was and that kind of stuff, but I didn't know much about non-duality. What's the best book to get?" And he said, Dennis Waite's Book of One.
mm.
And I spent so much time with that book, and it was hard. There's a bunch of Sanskrit. It was all the Sanskrit stuff. And I tried to understand it really well, and I studied it really hard, and I put notes and marked it all up. And then I lost the book. One of my favorite books, and I lost it. So yesterday or the day before, I ordered that book, and then I ordered another non-duality book that's very well respected, and they're both coming on Amazon. So it's funny that you said you were writing something today. I reordered this non-duality book yesterday. Too. I ordered another one that's supposed to be even better.
Yeah, because people are coming and doing yoga with me in the morning routine and also on the weekend. So I thought I will put in some of the deeper stuff too, so that they will enjoy that and also take You see, what happens is not about writing something, but it's about living that. That
I
for me.
understand that 100%.
Yeah,
That's why I
no, no.
studied
For
it so
my
much.
for my people who are listening to me, I want them to not only listen and study and all that, but then make sure that is implemented in their life, at least to some degree. That's what I was doing. So there is a,
Yeah, and to me, that's
I was going to say there is a, you could be talking or you,
non-duality.
no, non-duality. What it is if you establish yourself in your real inner conscious being, then thought becomes your tool. You can use it and then you can make it quiet and go away like that. So that's what I kind of, most of the time, I'm in the awareness and my mind is not running all over. I stay with the topic. And then when that is over, I kind of let it go. So that become very blissful thing for me. So I'm going to share that. So do you have anything about the proactive wellness I'm talking here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question?
Anything that you want to improve in your wellness practices?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know. I've understood that real two things are like foundational. I'd say three things are foundational to this healthy living.
Yeah.
Meditation, whatever it is, whatever, however you meditate. Meditation is essential, and you need a program and a routine.
Mm.
And then I also think, for me personally, and for a lot of people, journaling is essential because it helps you to get out of your head if you do it right.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is just yoga.
Mm. Well, yeah, I was asking a specific question like, what do you mean by yoga?
I think you and I talked about this the other day. It's not stretching for fitness. It's the mental yoga as well as the physical yoga.
Well, it's about you identifying as the universal consciousness and then staying in that. That is the seat I'm talking about. If you can stay there, then mental tools are tools, and then you can use it. Anyway, I was putting this program just to see somebody wants an improvement in their diet. Like, for example, somebody asked me the other day, anti-inflammatory diet, right? Then we brought some things from Ayurveda, some things from modern nutrition and all that, That became a specific want on the proactive wellness, Like somebody, what is the type of exercise I should do, when I should do? Then I told them, you don't have to select an exercise, but you just be functionally fit. That means just get up and move and do the chores, and then you're tired, rest, that will be a very good thing. Just to move the body, but keep the mind quiet. That's what I told them.
To keep your mind
Quiet,
sorry.
quiet, quiet.
Yeah. Figure out how to keep your mind quiet
Yeah.
and move your body.
That's it. That's the healthy principle. And because we traveled away from it, we have all the problems. So that like that, I want people to come and ask me anything they have a doubt or a question, or they're doing something that's very good and that could be useful to other people. I want them in this title, like any wants on proactive wellness, that kind of discussion, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Anyway, I said that the other day. Knowing what to do and doing it, the gap has been so big for me that it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because I understand stuff because I've studied a lot, but anybody that looked at how I practice, they'd say, "Why do you know all this stuff and not do it very well?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem, right? You get caught up in the mental network, and then we know so much, but then the time goes like that. But living it is a whole lot of a different ball game. So, but this principle, just to move and do stuff all day, and then rest, and then go to good sleep, and get up in the morning, and then again be in the present and do all the things. That's kind of did you listen to my formula that I do? I kind of put in a formula like, in the morning, when you wake up, be in awareness as long as possible. Cultivate that. Okay. And then during the day, Be attentive to whatever you do. Okay, don't do multitasking, don't do different things. And the third thing is, at the end of the day, vacate your mind and go to sleep. If you do
Yeah,
this,
so my thought was, I came up with this about 6 months or so ago, and I talked to my wife about it. She'll be retiring at some point, and
yeah,
when she's retired, what I want to do is never look at your phone or check the news or do anything
mhm,
until you take maybe a 15-20 minute walk, even if it's bad weather. You just say, I have a routine, and my routine is as soon as I crawl out of bed,
yeah,
I'm going to do a walk. And then she and I can walk together. Maybe we'll talk or maybe we'll be quiet. It doesn't matter. So
mhm.
you do that. Then, before you look at any social stuff, any media or news or anything, you journal for a little bit. It could be 5 minutes, but you write
Good.
down some things that you
Yeah,
want to get done that day. And then at the end of the day, again, it could be 1 or 2 minutes, but you kind of close off your journal to vacate your mind. Just
yeah.
those simple practices.
Excellent. That's what I'm talking about too. So keep it up, then don't wait for her to retire. Do this yourself.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you can do it.
Too. It's like, well, I don't have to be good yet until
Yeah,
she's retired.
but you can do it with her and she retired, but then start make her also do a little bit now. Don't
Yeah,
wait for the
yeah.
retirement. Okay. By the way, I am not going to retire ever. Probably I will die working. You know. But,
It's funny you said that. I used to thought people were crazy that's
yeah,
doing that. And what's really funny is I've been retired for a couple of years,
yeah, you're still
just not
doing.
right. Yeah, but anyway, I want to, in terms of making money, I have a couple of different businesses. One's
Yeah,
real estate, one's finance. I would love to continue to do both of those until I'm no longer physically
yeah,
capable of doing
yeah.
those.
It's all a question of attitude and how we think about things. But as long as we are enjoying, I like to enjoy helping people and really talking to them and helping them. I don't think that is work. Really, I don't feel like work. Even though I'm spending a lot of time in these rooms and all that, I don't consider this as work. This is more like a my pleasure, my happy, my really joyful thing. So I don't get tired of it. So
Now, I'll tell you something that's funny, and I am embarrassed to say anybody else on the line here, but I would hope that my book is popular. And I thought about, well, if it was popular, then I'll have a new job, and that's continue to do essentially what you're trying to do, right? And
yeah,
and to me, it's like what I would say about practicing is like, well, Dr. Rollins figured this stuff out. So if he makes sense to you, just do what he says his program is. You know what I mean?
yeah, there is a gap between the worldly affairs and the spiritual stuff, right? But if you can
Yes.
really merge that so that you can do the stuff in a spiritual way, then it is more fulfilling than really getting some things out of it. You know.
So I don't know if you remember, my title of my book is Alpha Signal,
Mhm.
Reduce Bias, and Live Authentically. That's the first title. And then the subtitle is Integrate Modern.
You were lost there, Mark. You said sublime integrating, and after that, I was not able to hear you. Mark, are you there? You're muted now. Mark, are you there?
I think the cellular service cut out for a second. So you
Ah,
got my title, right?
but the sub, you were telling me something, then we lost you.
Okay, so again, the title of the book is Alpha Signal, Reduce Bias, and
Yeah.
Live Authentically.
Hmm.
And then the subtitle is Integrate Modern Science with Enduring Wisdom. So that's the title of the book.
Yes, that is what I do. Science and then
I know
endure.
you do.
Yeah,
And you
I'll
do
be
it very
happy.
well.
I'll be happy to participate and see whatever I feel about it. I'll tell you, no problem.
Okay, I'm going to get off and just listen for a while.
Very good. Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah, that is the thing. We don't want to say science is bad, or we don't want to say science is everything, panacea, or we don't want to say ancient wisdom is everything, panacea, or ancient wisdom is bad. What it is integrating them as a panoramic view of the knowledge from the ages, from the latest, and then really understanding what is the real life is, how you can integrate these things to help ordinary people with ordinary problems. I think that will be good. So I had a project on the science and spirituality. See, I write these things, but I don't get to publish them because I'm not interested to be popular to do all that. I'm more interested in dealing with the live people here and now, and and then really participating in their life in their effort to enhance themselves, improve their conditions. That's what I'm doing. So, okay. Mark is coming back, so okay, Mark, go ahead.
Quick, I was trying to use the little clapping thing so you could see that I liked what you were saying,
Yeah, you're coming
but
up.
it didn't work. You know, it always works, but it didn't work for some reason. So I just wanted to say again, just to be redundant,
Yeah,
the way in what I'm trying to do, I agree with, and I try not to ever say this hyperbolically. 100% agree, right? That's our job.
yeah,
Help people not underweight science or
yeah,
underweight spirituality, but
yeah.
balance between the two. You know.
In a way, what it is, Mark, working for 40 some years in the allopathy medicine and following the modern things, I have seen a lot of good things. But the thing I am bothered about is the chronic diseases prevalence and is growing up, and also outcomes are not good. That's where I want to really work so that people are preventing chronic diseases and living a healthy, vital life through their life, and also live long enough, joyful enough, that is worth living. Not laying in the nursing home for the medications. Actually, I feel very sad when I see them like that. No purpose, no meaning, just lay there and then existing, and then they have nobody coming in, and slowly they withdraw and they wither away. That's we don't have to do that. That's why what I'm not blaming them, but their state we have created because our institutions are not focusing on that aspect of life. But if you look at the ancient wisdom, they were more about inner stuff. And then because they were so harmonized inner, they were able to get the harmony outside also. Now, inner, we are not harmonized at all. People are really bothered by own thoughts, by own chatter, no peace, no joy, no. Even though I'm talking and all that, by myself when I'm alone, I'm very peaceful and joyful. I don't want anything. That kind of thing is possible. We can elevate that. That is a question of knowing stuff. That's all. You know.
Yeah, and you're great at that. And I actually, we don't know each other really well, but I strive to not want anything because I love the Buddhist notion of that's the nirvana, is you don't want anything, you don't suffer from want. I get that theory, and I have done it well at times, but sometimes I want things that I want, like a new car or this or that. But I recognize that I'll be healthier and happier if I don't want anything.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. Actually, what happens is because you are so really complete within yourself, the kind of abundance within yourself, not in the value of money and all that, but in terms of contentment, in terms of happy to be human being, happy to have the intelligence to go around and able to see the beauty around you, and you are really abundant. Then you don't have to have all these things to make you feel like that. Actually, those kind of things take you away from the state. So,
So one thing, one question I have here, and this is a good question, I think, for there's 19 other people on here.
yeah,
You and I have some things, right? And I'll just say it like this: we have wealth because the nature of our profession paid very well, right?
yeah.
So we have wealth. Like if we wanted to buy a new car, I'm sure you have enough wealth. If you wanted to buy whatever, a new Toyota that's top of the line, you could go buy that today if you wanted to because you have the wealth to do it, right?
No, no, you have a finance guy, right? I'm telling you.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
I
yeah.
do
I'm a
is,
finance guy.
what I do is, I keep on improving the value of myself, deserving money coming to me, but I don't go for the wanting more money.
Right, I agree, and I don't either.
Yeah, but whatever money comes, I like to live simply and give it away. A lot of money I gave it away.
Right.
So that's my choice.
That's
That's my
yeah.
choice because I have more happiness and all that. Even you see these talks and everything, people say, "Oh, you'll make a lot of money. Do that and this." I don't do. I just come and share. That's it. That is my wealth.
So what question, and 100% legitimate question, I don't know the answer.
Mm.
So let's say you have, whatever, just pick a number. Let's say you have $2 million on your death day.
Mhm.
Do you have it earmarked mainly for your kids, or are your kids not expecting any money?
Oh, kids are told to be self-reliant.
Okay, okay,
We may help
I
them
see.
to get to that, but then that is very, my son is completely independent of himself. He's happy with
Okay,
whatever
okay,
he's making with music and all that. You see, basically what I showed them is it's not the money, it is what you are doing that makes you very happy. And
100%.
he's very happy teaching the young kids the music, and he's young, but I didn't want them to get trapped into this luxury and all that.
Right, right.
I
So,
don't
so
mind. I don't
did you
mind
say,
cleaning. Yeah, I don't mind cleaning. I don't mind cleaning my car and everything. I'm very simple that way, and I enjoy them. So it's not like an accumulation we look for. It's more like a be independent, but be independent of the greed that this materialistic world can. It's all over the world now. It's not just only in United States, right? Even in India also you can find the same thing: commercialism, advertisements, and all that. So there is a world that is away from this worldliness, and once you
right,
are in
right.
that, you are pretty happy. So if you write the book, write to service people, then you will be
Right. No,
happy.
100%.
Yeah.
And just on the funny thing about, I've thought about Jesus, and I'm like, well, they say
Yeah.
Jesus was God, but that
Mm.
one time in the temple he got violent. And
Mm.
if he was truly God, he would have gotten his message across without turning over tables.
Yeah.
So how could he have been so smart if he was turning over the tables?
Yeah.
And I think he got caught up in emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is not what Jesus was, but what he said is that we are, are we doing the same loving things that he lived and taught, that kind of thing. So it is not about them, but it's about what they try to give us
Right,
the
right.
wisdom. Then you take it and then you, apply it in your life. That will be
Yeah.
good, So,
Okay, I'm going to leave in case somebody else wants to come up because
yeah.
you and I can talk forever. So
Okay. Bye bye.
thank you.
So that is why I was looking here, the engagement for people have any particular story to tell about proactive wellness or ask me questions, something that they want me to provide answers. That kind of thing would be practical here and now, and do it. And then enhance your life, enhance your nutrition, enhance your exercise, enhance your rest and sleep, enhance your mind function. Don't go on engaging the mind in endless chatter and think that is your affirmations, that is your journaling, that is your all those things are just chatter. But be away from that by seating yourself in the real posture, real asana, which is your inner self. Once you land there and be there, then the thought becomes a tool that you could use. Okay, so that's why it is important to really shut your mind, shut your eyes, and go inward and study or just observe the thoughts, emotions, or compulsions, whatever you get inside, right? And then let them go. Don't cling on to them. you know don't look for other people to provide you support and all of that. You can do that, but then you are kind of a crutch. You are creating a crutch yourself. Rather, you find out yourself and then come and relate with people, sharing, loving, and giving, and all that. So it's not about group thinking or group investigation, but it's about inward looking by yourself. That is the self knowledge. And once you realize who you really are, then staying there is all the bliss. You don't need outward stuff for that. Okay. So, but then you want to keep your body healthy as a temple to your divine inside. You want to keep it really strong and then not served by the floods or the other things. And also, you want to keep it clean, right? Like that, your body, your mind, your heart, you want to keep clean so that you can really recite the divinity, and then you are in that divine self because you know that at that level we are all the same life force, right? And once you understand that, then things will be much brighter and clear to you. But if you are caught up in your own mind, which I see all the time, many people I see, it's a tragedy. It goes on like that, and then you're more like a victim of that rather than you using the thought and the tool of thought like that. Okay, it's very difficult once you are caught in that network to get out, but then you got to close your eyes and keep quiet, at least during the two times I always talk about. When the night is getting into dawn, that's the one time, and when the really evening getting into the dusk, that's one time. So when the light and the darkness intermingle, that's the time you want to really keep your mind. It's very susceptible to take on its own life and then build it on, and then you are never of that rat race, of that treadmill. Actually, nowadays is a pretty dangerous thing because so much information thrown at us all the time, 24 hours. The people want your attention, and they want to take it by enticing you, by telling you things a lot. And then the costly thing about losing attention is then that goes into other areas of life, and you will really not be able to enjoy or do stuff in an attentive way. You may be doing it because you learned it and then you use it mechanically, but if you really want to enjoy anything, completely involved, completely giving, that's a beautiful experience that we human beings can enjoy. So take care of your body, take care of your mind, but don't identify with them because you are more than that. They are only your tools. Once you are there, then you can use them better. Okay. At least that is my experience. You can find out for yourself, going inward and see what happens. Okay. So anybody else has any questions regarding this particular proactive wellness I'm talking about? Anything that you may be doing the diet, okay, you may be doing the exercise and all, but there will be intricacies. Like for example, do you know the biological energies of the food groups, and how there is a type of diet you can eat that balances both your laziness and also your really chatting away and thinking away and talking away all this energy that you need. That is called rajasic energy. And the laziness and taking it easy, lying down and sleeping, that is called tamasic energy. But lately, people are getting tamasic energy more when they are supposed to use the kinetic rajasic energy. Right? You're supposed to work, you're supposed to move around, but then you want to lie down on a sofa and watch TV. That's that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So if you want those intricacies, if you want to really understand the ancient wisdom, anything from there, we can go and investigate and then get to the benefit of everybody. So that's what I was trying to do. And like Mark said, he has a book he wants me to review. Oh, more than happy to do that. And also tell, I won't tell anything my own opinion. I will tell you as truth as I have seen from the science and from the ancient wisdom. Okay, because I'm always a student. I'm always on the questioning mode, coming from I don't know this. Let me explore. But just because you have loud voice, just because you think you are powerful, you want people to listen to you, forget it. But if you are speaking the truth, yeah, sure, for sure. But if you are coming from the angle of I'm the authority, I'm going to tell you do this way, forget it. I'm psychologically independent that way. So I will listen if it is truth. I will not listen if you throw your authority or your power, whatever you think you have, which is really ignorance. I won't listen it because I don't need anything from you. You see, but I need you to pay attention to truth and tell me the truth. Then I will listen to you. Okay. So that's the approach I take to the life. I have done it in the institutions also. I didn't care for the director just because he has a label there. Okay, but I cared if he has a vision about what is called dharma. That means you are thinking for the goodness of everybody, right? And then whatever you are thinking, you want to make it as coming out of your mouth, and also you are doing that, not just saying it. Okay, like I do yoga, I do deep breathing, I keep my mind quiet, I eat very sensibly only when I'm hungry, and mostly the food that is going to promote sattvic energy, that is the mixture of the tamas and rajasic. I follow my diurnal rhythms, very natural. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough. If anybody coming up, I'll stay. Otherwise, we can meet again. Okay. Think of any questions you have. If you are shy to come over here, you can always DM me. Otherwise, you can come to my rooms and you can also ask me there. Okay. But think about, see, what I'm promoting is how can everybody be responsible for their own wellness? How can they be more aware, more educated about what is available out there, and take charge of them now and don't deny the disease to manifest or some doctor calling you for annual mechanical preventive exam. Ask for what the things you are susceptible for, what are the lifestyles you have to change, what are the latest developments that have come that I could take advantage of, that kind of thing. And then also always evaluate, do I need to take all these medications, can I avoid some of them, and can I do some lifestyle change that can help me to cut down the medication. Be responsible that way, be really taking your own initiative about your wellness. It's not just the health, wellness. That means you are not only free of the disease, but also you are better managing the disease, and you are trying to get rid of it if possible, as much as soon as possible, and then cultivate the lifestyle where you can enjoy, but at the same time you are protecting your wellness for a long time, so that you are not creaky, crippled, not able to do stuff after a certain age. So you can do that. There is enough knowledge in the scientifically, there is enough wisdom from the ancients. If you combine both of them without any prejudice, then you will be much better off that way. Okay. Don't make anything panacea. Question it, learn about it, and then use it. Okay. I will see you again later. Bye bye.